Yo YouTube, it's S.D.D here again, and it's your friendly bitch tit, and welcome to this video. Now today's topic, we are going to be basically talking about a particular game which I was absolutely looking forward to. Like, the moment it got announced at E3 last year, and there was video footage of it, and it's basically a massive anticipation for this game. And if you guys guess what it is, we are talking about The Division. The Division, guys, yes. Tom Clancy's Division. Now, the discussion, the topic of today, is basically where this game is going to be heading in the next couple of months. Because, basically, it's one of these games, okay? There was massive hype about it, massive anticipation about it, sorry, get that right, Scotty. Anticipation about this game. Wow. And, basically, yeah, I pre-ordered it, I played it the day it came out, I bought it on disc, the disc copy. I went down the shop, waited for the shop to open and bought it. And I was one of these ones, the lucky ones that played the beta, etc, etc. Now, the thing is, when I played this game, the first kind of impressions of this game were wow, like, the gameplay is amazing, the gameplay is excellent. The physics are very good. Excuse me. Oh my god, wow. I just done a fizzy drink just before I come this video. That probably wasn't the best thing to do, really, but yeah. The gameplay is excellent. The physics of the game are great. Unfortunately, there were fuckloads of glitches in it, like everywhere. I mean, I'd be running through like the streets of Manhattan, and all of a sudden I'd just fall through the map. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I start going skydiving for free. You know what I mean? It was ridiculous, and I'd just be falling and falling and falling. I'm just like, I've just grinded for like half an hour doing some missions, and then all of a sudden I'm just running around the map and I just fall. Like, what the fuck? But it wasn't just that. It was just, there was other glitches like everywhere else as well in the game. There was glitches like, just mainly kind of like in the PvE area, but also in the PvP area, in the Dark Zone. Now, the Dark Zone is a different matter. We'll get to Dark Zone in a minute, because I want to fucking talk about the Dark Zone all day. Because the Dark Zone pisses me off. It pisses me off. As a player, it pisses me off, and I will tell you why in a moment. But let's stick with the PvE side of it. The gameplay, is like I said, is excellent. The story missions, okay, are pretty good, but how I find it is you've got all your little points around the map scattered around, and you can basically do these missions pretty much whenever you like. So, okay, there is a story to it, but you might do a mission, like with a load of guys because you've matchmaked it, and then basically a mission that was meant to have been completed like first, which is like a level 2 or 3 mission or whatever, you know what I mean? It's like, you've done that last. And then the dialogue on it, the kind of like the subtitles of the story of that particular mission, is like, what? It's like, hang on a minute, I've just done the other mission, that's long gone. It's like, so there was no kind of like story aspect to it which it basically just kept. It was basically fluid. There was no fluid motion to the storyline. If you guys disagree with me, leave it in the comment section below. But I'm just giving my opinion of what I think. And a lot of people, I reckon, will probably disagree with me. A lot of people will definitely agree with me. But yeah, it's just basically there was lots of like just little problems like that. Now, when it comes to weapon balancing was okay at first. And you go around, you grind the missions, you get all the credits and stuff like that. And then you got, say, I don't know, 30,000 credits. What the fuck do you spend it on? Because the weapons that the vendors are selling are shit. They're absolutely shit. Like, you can't do fuck all with them. Like, okay, you might get something like that you've dropped from loot, which is a little bit better. But then it's like, what's the fucking point? I've played this game, and I've never bought anything from the vendors because they're just a waste of time. Now, the way I see it is when you collect like credit like that in any game, no matter what game it would be, the whole idea is to basically buy something with the credit because it's better than what you've got, and that's not the aspect of this. It doesn't do that at all. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, what are you doing with this credit? What are you doing with this money?
So yeah, so basically things like that are just useless. Credit in this game is basically almost non-existent. It's completely waste of time. If you want to go and buy yourself a weapon, whatever, float your boat, go and do that. But then you're just going to waste your credits on a load of shit that you probably have already got something better, and it's all like green rare shit or whatever. It's not like legendary or in the game, sorry, superior, because I'm talking Destiny here. But yeah, it's just pointless. And then when you basically collect your loot and stuff like that's pretty cool. And then obviously you can't equip certain weapons because you have to be a certain rank, which is fair enough, which is cool. I understand that. But yeah, the general gameplay of the kind of PvE side of it is excellent. But there's shitloads of glitches. And they've kind of fixed a few of them, but then when they fix one of them, another fucking glitch comes out. And then they fix that, and another glitch comes out. And it's just like, that's it. That is basically it. But the PvE side of it is pretty damn good. And that is all I will play the game for. But let's talk about PvP. Let's talk about fucking Dark Zone. Excuse the language. The frickin' Dark Zone. What the fuck are you doing, Ubisoft? The Dark Zone, right. The Dark Zone. Let's get this straight to people that have never really played the game. Okay? The Dark Zone is an area of Manhattan. Okay? Which is basically cordoned off. Which is basically, it's been overrun by like an enemy source, which has basically got control of this area. And you go in there, in this area, which is all secured off, and basically the virus that's part of the game is really highly affected in there. So you go in there with your mask on and all this stuff. Now, the loot system in it is meant to be better. I would say better, because it's meant to be harder to get the loot in there. But it isn't. It is a fucking pain in the ass. Now, if you play the game, or you haven't got friends that play that game, and I've got loads of friends online, I've got hundreds of friends, and I would say only 1% of those people play the Division. So, if you want to go online, right, and you go into the PvP area, okay, and you go in there, and you've got a group of people that are together, because you can only matchmake a fire team of four people, and basically if you go around in there, and you go around, and you're shooting all the enemies, and etc, and all of a sudden you've got a fire team of 4 guys come towards you, you're fucked! You're gonna get raped up the arse by these fucking 4 guys, and then you've been in the Dark Zone for, say, I don't know, an hour. You've grinded your arse off. You've taken you 15 minutes just to clear out a couple of enemies because they're like level 32, and they'll just rag the fuck out of you. They'll practically one-shot you and you're dead. You're crawling across the floor like, oh, mummy, I want my mum. And it's like, and they'll just nick all your loot. They'll just take all your loot. Now people can say, well, that's the point of the game. But then, the thing that really pisses me off, right, is you can matchmake to go into the Dark Zone. If you matchmake when you're in the PvE area, and then you can matchmake to people that want to go in the Dark Zone, you go in the Dark Zone. Now, for instance, I matchmaked about a month ago, right? I matchmaked. And this is on a regular basis. This happens quite regularly. You matchmake with a group of 4 people, right? And then basically, you go into the Dark Zone, and basically, you go in there, and you shoot all the enemies, and you get all this, you get all that, and you get your loot. And then once your bag fills up with all the loot that you get, they fucking turn rogue on you. They turn rogue on you. These 2 guys that you've frickin' matchmaked with, right, that you've been grinding your ass with for fucking 2 hours, turn around and fucking kill you. So within 2 seconds of being with these guys, you've been with them for 2 hours, but within 5 to 10 seconds, right, all your loot that you've just earned is gone. It's gone. It's freaking gone. So I've just wasted 2 hours of my life playing a freaking game, trying to level up, trying to get all the loot, trying to do what I can to try and progress through this dark zone. For what? For some scabby little fucker to come up to me and go, boop, 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 you're dead. And that's it. All what I've just done for the last 2 hours is down the drain. And that's what it's like. So you can't even matchmake into the dark zone, because you matchmake, people just do that. And it's and to me, right? To me, you guys might disagree, but to me that's an exploit where Ubisoft need to fix it. Because the way I see it, if you matchmake, right, with people, there should be an option where if you're in a matchmake team, you can't shoot each other because you're in a fire team. So I completely disagree with that. So either way about it, you cannot go into the dark zone without getting shafted, without getting fucked over. It's just, and then you collect Phoenix credits, for instance. Okay, Phoenix credits are basically another currency that are in the dark zone. It's a dark zone currency, okay, to get high-end superior weapons. Now, these superior weapons are tough to get. The enemies are ridiculous. You need a fire team of at least 4 people to do it. And then if you haven't got a group of fires there that just go around and all they are is rogue, they don't give a fuck about shooting enemies. They just go around and shooting other fire teams just to get their loot. But then they go around and all of a sudden they find glitches in the game. They find exploits where they could just cheat their way through the game. And the Dark Zone has got more glitches and exploits and cheats in it than I've seen in any other game I've ever played. It is horrendous. Now, basically, when I go in there and I want to kind of get some loot, it's like you just got to run out straight away just to get it. And it's really tough to get out of the Dark Zone. If you go in there on your own, you're screwed. You might as well not even bother playing the game because it's just a waste of time. You're going to get screwed over. You're going to get some scabby fuck group that come over to you and just they annihilate you. And the thing is, because they've cheated their way through it as such, they've kind of exploited the game. Their weapons are so high end, they're so good. They'll just one-shot you. You're dead. You cannot get away from them. So, my personal opinion of the Dark Zone is bollocks. It is crap. Now, for a game that I've been anticipating for a long time, as well as you guys, obviously you guys have been anticipating this game as well. I just find it's a very, very big disappointment. A very big disappointment. And it's like I come back to the Phoenix credits things. You buy the Phoenix credits, okay? You go back to your camp area, wherever it is, whatever it's called, and you can go, well, I'm going to buy a high-end weapon, okay? And the roll that you get is shit. And then when you take it upstairs and you basically, you can basically do the re-roll thing on it, and you spend like up to 30 Phoenix credits or whatever it is on it, depending on the weapon, and it's like, it gives you a shitty, even worse roll than you had. The whole idea with it is to give you a better roll, but you don't. You get shitty rolls. So the Phoenix credits are rubbish. You can spend up to 400 or 500 Phoenix credits and it's just a waste of time. So I've just grinded 500 Phoenix credits, probably about a week's worth of grinding, and it's like you just basically wasted it, like fucking the Addams Family waste water. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. But yeah, this is basically my rant about the Division, and I'm sorry to say, Ubisoft, but your game is good in places. It's good in places, but on the long run, it's dying out already, man. It's dying. The game is dying. It's been out, what, 2 months or so? 2 months? And I was done. I haven't picked up the game for 3.5, 4 weeks. When I go into the Dark Zone and I'm getting shafted because I've worked myself for an hour or 2 hours grinding to then just be shot by some fuckhead that's basically, I've joined their fire team, and they just kill me, it's like, what is the point? I could spend hours and hours and hours on this game, weeks, and not get anywhere with it. And the only way you're going to get anywhere in this game is if either you're in a fire team, right, and you just go rogue all the time. That is literally it. The enemies, once you get a higher level and you've got some fairly decent weapons, the game is pretty simple. But even that, the enemies are still quite difficult to beat. Now, the new update that they've brought out just recently, what the fuck's that all about? You sit there you can sit there for ages grinding that fucking thing, and it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the fucking ass. The enemies are coming out from every left, right, and centre, nook and cranny. Basically, you're dead, like, with one hit. It's ridiculous. And it's a completely pointless mission. And then once you do the mission, the loot that you get is crap. It is shit. It is shit, Ubisoft. Shit. Now, I've got total respect for Ubisoft. I like some of their games. You know what I mean? I like some of their games. Assassin's Creed, some of their games were right. Unity, what the fuck was that piece of shit about? You know what I mean? I use the disc now for Unity as my bloody cup holder. Is that bad? But yeah, that's a different topic. But the Division, guys, is okay. It's okay. But at the moment, it's just dwindling and dwindling and dwindling away. And the whole topic of my point I'm trying to say is, in the next couple of months, that game is going to be gone. No one's going to want to play it anymore. No one's going to want to come back to it. Ubisoft, you've got to do something about it. You've got to either figure something out. You've got to change PvP. You've got to change the Dark Zone. And you've got to do something about it now. Because your game, that was highly anticipated by lots and lots of people, is just not responding to what you basically want it to be. And as a die-hard gamer, I'd say, and those sort of games that I love, kind of like, if you like Destiny, if you like games that you grind, you collect stuff, Division is brilliant. But you want to do it where there's kind of like, it's fun to do so. And you can play the Division for hours and hours, and it's like, you're sitting there thinking, why am I wasting my time doing this? I'm just wasting my time. It angers me. Like, seriously, like I said before, I rage at games, big style. And when someone is like deliberately fucking me over just to get the one up on me, just to get a bit of loot, because basically they can't bother to do it any other way, that pisses me off. And it just really, really winds me up. So, yeah, that's basically enough of that. Enough of the Division talk. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you dislike it, give it a thumbs down. Please leave a comment. Tell me what you think about the game. Tell me what you think the game should have. What changes the game should bring. Because I haven't played this game now for about 3 or 4 weeks. I just can't be bothered with it. I don't want to waste my time playing something that I'm just not going to get anywhere with it. Now, I wanted to do videos. I wanted to do streaming videos and all sorts. And then, after I saw how kind of bad it was, I just thought, fuck this. I can't be bothered. I'm not going to waste my time spending hours making videos for you guys if no one enjoys the game. And no one is enjoying the game, and that's exactly that. So, yeah, give it a thumbs up, guys. Please subscribe to my channel if you like this video, and I do wish you a very, very good day. This is Scotty Dog Drum out. See ya.